The Arizona Territory was burning beneath the summer sun when Caleb Morgan fell from his horse. He had been riding alone through the desert near the Salt River, searching for water after losing his trail during a violent dust storm. His horse had disappeared hours earlier, and his left leg was badly injured. Caleb was 34, a former cavalry scout who had settled in Arizona after the Civil War. He owned a small ranch outside Prescott and had learned to survive with little more than a rifle, a canteen, and stubborn determination. But that afternoon, stubbornness wasn't enough. He crawled toward a patch of shade beneath a mesquite tree. His water canteen was nearly empty. He knew what that meant. If he stayed there overnight, he might not survive. Then he heard hoofbeats. Caleb reached for his rifle. A rider appeared through the shimmering heat. She was an Apache woman wearing a simple buckskin dress, carrying a bow across her back and riding a strong dark horse. She stopped several yards away. Caleb raised his rifle. The woman looked at him calmly. "Lower it," she said. Caleb was surprised she spoke English. "Who are you?" "My name is Naya." She studied his injured leg. "You're dying." Caleb frowned. "I've survived worse." Naya shook her head. "Not this." She dismounted and walked toward him. Caleb tried to stand. Pain shot through his leg. He collapsed. Naya caught his shoulder. "Don't move." She examined the wound. "You need water and shelter." "I can manage." "You cannot." She removed a small water pouch from her saddle. Caleb stared. "You're giving me your water?" Naya nodded. "Drink." He hesitated. "You'll need it." "I know." "Then why?" She looked into his eyes. "Because I refuse to watch someone die when I can help." Caleb drank. The water felt like life itself. Naya bandaged his leg using clean cloth from her saddlebag. Then she looked toward her horse. "You need to ride." Caleb laughed bitterly. "With this leg?" Naya pointed at the horse. "Get on my horse, cowboy." Caleb stared at her. "You're serious?" "Yes." "How are you going to ride?" "I'll walk until we reach my camp." He shook his head. "No." Naya's expression hardened. "You can either get on the horse or die under that tree." Caleb looked at her, then at the horse. Finally, he nodded. "All right." Naya helped him onto the saddle. Caleb winced. She grabbed the reins and began walking beside him. For hours, they moved slowly across the desert. Caleb expected her to abandon him once they reached safety. She didn't. As evening approached, they reached a narrow canyon where several Apache families had established a temporary camp. Caleb became nervous. Naya noticed. "You are safe. Your people may not agree. Then stay close to me." Several people watched as she brought Caleb into camp. An older Apache man approached. His eyes narrowed. "Who is he?" "A wounded traveler." "He is a white man." "He is a wounded man first." The elder studied Caleb. Then he looked at Naya. "You know the risk." "I do." The elder eventually nodded. Caleb was given food, water, and a place beside the fire. That night, he couldn't sleep. He watched Naya sitting several feet away. "You saved my life," he said. She looked at the fire. "Not yet." "What do you mean?" "You are still injured." Caleb smiled. "You always this optimistic?" "No." "Then why save me?" Naya was silent for a moment. "My brother died alone." Caleb's smile disappeared. "He was wounded during a raid. We couldn't reach him in time." She looked toward the dark mountains. "I promised myself I would never let someone die alone if I could prevent it." Caleb understood. "I'm sorry." Naya nodded. "So am I." Over the next several days, Caleb recovered. He learned that Naya was an experienced tracker who knew the desert better than any map. She also knew medicinal plants and could identify water sources hidden beneath dry ground. Caleb began helping around the camp. He repaired a broken wagon wheel. He fixed a rifle. He taught a few children how to use basic tools. Slowly, suspicion faded. One evening, Caleb and Naya sat beside the fire. "You could have left me," Caleb said. "Yes." "Why didn't you?" Naya looked at him. "You remind me of someone." "Your brother?" "No." "Who?" "Myself." Caleb smiled. "How?" "You don't know when to stop fighting." He laughed. "Fair enough." Their friendship grew. But danger was approaching. A group of armed men had been following Caleb's trail. They were cattle thieves who had attacked several ranches in the region. Caleb recognized one of them as a former scout named Wade Mercer. Wade wanted Caleb's ranch. He believed Caleb had hidden money there. When Wade discovered that Caleb was alive and staying with an Apache camp, he became furious. He gathered 6 men and rode toward the canyon. Naya's trackers spotted them before sunrise. The camp prepared to move. Caleb stood. You should leave me. Naya shook her head. No. They're after me. They are approaching us. Caleb looked at the people around him. I won't bring danger to your camp. Naya stepped closer. You came here because I saved you. And now you're in danger because of me. Then we face it together. Caleb looked into her eyes. For the first time, he realized something had changed. He wasn't simply grateful anymore. He cared about her. The attackers entered the canyon shortly after dawn. They expected an easy target. Instead, they found the camp prepared. Caleb and several defenders positioned themselves behind rocks while Naya moved silently through the canyon. When Wade rode forward, Caleb shouted, Wade! The outlaw stopped. You should have stayed dead. Caleb raised his rifle. You should have stayed away from my ranch. Wade laughed. You're outnumbered. Naya appeared behind him. No. Wade turned. Her bow was already drawn. You're surrounded. The fight lasted only minutes. The attackers were forced to surrender after realizing they had no advantage. Caleb and the Apache defenders handed them over to the territorial authorities. No one needed to die. Afterward, Caleb returned to his ranch. But he couldn't forget Naya. Weeks later, he rode back to the canyon. Naya was sitting beside a stream. You came back. Caleb dismounted. I promised I would. She smiled. You kept your promise. I want to make another one. Naya looked at him. What promise? Caleb took a breath. I don't want you to be the person who saves me and then disappears from my life. Naya was silent. You have a ranch, she said. Yes. A dangerous place. Yes. A stubborn cowboy. Caleb laughed. Apparently. She smiled. And what exactly are you asking? Caleb extended his hand. Come see it. Naya looked at his hand. Then she took it. They returned to the ranch together. Life wasn't easy. They faced prejudice from some neighbors and suspicion from people who didn't understand their relationship. But Caleb stood beside Naya. And Naya stood beside Caleb. Over time, their ranch became known as a place where travelers could find food, water, and shelter. They helped anyone who arrived in need. Years later, Caleb would tell his children the story of the day he nearly died beneath a mesquite tree. He would always describe the woman who found him. She gave me her horse, he would say. His children would ask, why? Caleb would smile. Because she refused to let me die alone. And whenever someone asked Naya why she had risked everything for a stranger, she gave the same answer. Because a person's life should never be measured by the color of their skin, the tribe they belong to, or the clothes they wear. Then she would look at Caleb. Sometimes you simply see someone who needs help. That day in the Arizona desert had begun with a dying cowboy and a stranger on horseback. It ended with two people discovering that courage could cross any boundary. And the words that changed Caleb's life forever remained simple. Get on my horse, cowboy. He did. And he never forgot the woman who refused to let him die alone.